Yeah. The more you learn though, the more I mean, if you've already learned the concepts, the more you learn, it's gonna trip you up more. It's like watching a new ICT, or it's like watching just a new like strategy video that anybody posts. You know what I mean? If you're gonna go and try that strategy and apply it to the market, like if you're already profitable or if you're already finding success in a strategy, just stick to it, for, 6 months and apply that risk management and apply that discipline and, go from there. Very good. 15-minute candle here. I really like that 15-minute candle that just closed. Hourly looks pretty good, honestly, at this point. I think we do start trading higher.
Order filled.
Want to scale in one more contract. Adjust my stops there. And we'll let this ride. See if we can get 2 standard deviations out of this. Yeah, honestly, after this huge manipulation leg, if we start trading through all-time highs, I think the next target's going to be that 2 standard deviation. So could see a big trade play out today. We'll see. Start trading above this fair value gap. If we retest and trade higher, breaking this high, then I'll probably go break even. So from that lowest point to that highest point, that's 900 points away, almost 850, or no, 200 points away, excuse me, 856. So I think that's definitely doable after a day of FOMC data, right? 200 points away. It's definitely doable. And that would be a pretty big win for your boy. As of lately, haven't really had any big wins, so. Pretty simple trade idea though. You know, market rips lower, creates a fair value gap right off the open. We get SMT with ES down here on the Asia and London lows. ES took those lows, NQ could not. And we displaced higher above the 930 open. Now we inverted that fair value gap. And now we're back to trading to the all-time highs. So just getting in on that displacement. And you can see this 5-minute candle here manipulated down below, right? Below the low of this candle. So I feel pretty safe putting my stops there. And then just letting this ride. And here we just got a change in the state, right? So we did change in the state again here on the 5-minute. And now we're trading through this 15-minute fair value gap. And I would say anybody who is shorting these all-time highs right now are about to get cooked. So little all over the place with our bias today. Not gonna lie. Coming to the market. I initially saw buys, and then this was telling me that we wanted to short until I did see that SMT with ES. Then it was back to looking for longs. So not always fun trying to trade with a mixed bias. I can tell you that. Because that's where you can really get tripped up, especially on the 1 minute time frame. If you're trying to trade these displacements, it can trip you up a little bit. Yeah, look at this 4 hour candle straight up. I might just take I might take profit at that high there, honestly. Cuz this all-time high is price discovery, right? I have no data to the left to go off of. So it might be in my best interest just to take profit off the table there at that all-time high. Might be able to scale in this trade one more time, but I think it's definitely likely that we can trade to that 2 standard deviation, but I would like to just secure some profit for the week, honestly. I would like to secure some profit because this week's been a little slow with FOMC and everything. But yeah, like I always talk about, risk management and discipline. All week, managed risk really well, stayed disciplined, didn't ape into any crazy trades. Yesterday, I only took that one trade. I stayed sidelined for FOMC, and today we come here. We can nail this trade. That would be amazing. Yeah, Frank. So you've already taken 3 trades, 3 trades deep in the AM session. Yeah, I'm looking for 24,770 flat, I think, at this point. So all-time high looks like it really wants to get ran through right now. Yeah, I understand like the excitement, especially when price is moving and we're seeing fair value gaps form, we're seeing order blocks form. There's a lot of opportunity. There's a lot of opportunity. I definitely get that, man. All right, so at this point, we are trading for that all-time high, and ES is not. So we do have big SMT here still. And I think this is maybe where I just go ahead and pull my profits. Unless we trade through right here, right now. See if that 1 minute candle wants to drive through and take that all-time high. Yeah, I don't like the SMT that's here formed on ES. See what this 1 minute candle wants to do. Yeah, I'm going to secure some profit here.
Order filled.
I'm going to secure some profit. I do think that all-time high will get hit, but you know, I've had 2 break-even trades this week, so I definitely just want to lock in some profit and be done for the day, right? I think that's the best decision to make right now because this could definitely turn around on me and hit break even, and it could do it really quickly, right? Especially because we have SMT with ES. So I really just want to lock in profit there and walk away for the day, right? All right, so there it is. There is the trade right there. We got in right around here, right? That was the trade. And we took profit right here. And we went break even. So I will screenshot this. And that is the business for today. Yo, Eric. So this is something I wanted to touch on back yesterday when you were talking about you know, the back testing, right? So like this is a situation between the difference between like live and the back testing that I was talking about. Like in the moment you saw me take this trade right here when price was displacing, right? And that's just kind of raw in the moment. You know, you see price displacing, you're thinking that price is going to make a V-shaped recovery, which it did, right? Now I was getting in on the trade a little earlier, right? I was getting in on the trade a little bit earlier, but you could see price didn't even invert that fair value gap yet. So if I was back testing, right? If I was back testing, I would want to see that inversion beforehand. I wouldn't have taken the long up here when I'm back testing, right? I wouldn't have taken that. So, you know, that's the hard part about, you know, back testing and trading in live, because in live environment, I expected, you know, price to just continue to spool and change in the state here, but it came all the way back and respected that fair value gap and then inverted that fair value gap. So, but you know, I know you understand, but I was just giving you my 2 cents. Yeah, it's different. It's definitely a lot different in real time. And it took me a long time to actually realize that, or like come to terms with that, right? Because you could back test, you could do hundreds and hundreds of hours of back testing and come up with all of this data, but it means nothing in that live environment because you know, you're going to make impulse decisions and you're going to make decisions on the whim. It's too hard to trade like a robot. You know what I mean? That's why, like, I'm a firm believer in trading. Like, what you see in the market is what you see. Like, you can't really, like, change that. Like, obviously, you can study different things to see. But at the end of the day, like, you know, did you manage your risk properly? Right. So, in this situation, if I went long here and I went in with 3 contracts, right, I would have been stopped out. But because I gave myself a really good stop loss, I only entered with 1 contract. I can mitigate my risk, tighten it up, and put it in an area that invalidates my trade instead of being like so keen on, okay, I have to have a 1 to 3 risk to reward, right? I have to have a 1 to 3. So I have to make my stop loss really tight, you know? It's kind of like an ego thing, you know? So you drop the ego, you know, you widen your stop loss a little bit and just go for a simple 1 hour win, you know? But but yeah, guys, I'm gonna be done for the day. I'm gonna enjoy my day. I'm not going to sit here and just look at the chart and try to trade more because there's nothing left for me, right? We're trading near the all-time highs. There's a possibility we trade towards this 2 standard deviation, but we are in price discovery, you know, so there's no reason to really push it for the rest of the day. But amazing setup today. Um, but definitely some mixed signals, right? That price action right off the bat definitely tells you that we want to trade towards that London low, but that SMT tells us we want to trade towards all-time highs. But clean price action today, I would say, but definitely a little harder to read, and you can definitely get chopped up. But all right, guys, I'm going to like I said, enjoy the rest of my day. I'll be around in the chat if you guys need me, but I wouldn't push it too much, right? We're already trading at all-time high. You know, if you miss the trade today, just don't feel too much FOMO. Got one more day of trading tomorrow, so let's get after it. All right. I appreciate that, Frank. Appreciate it, bro. Trying to get my wheels back underneath me so we can get some more payouts. Slowly but surely, day by day, brick by brick, we'll get there. Yes, sir. All right, guys. I'll catch you later. All right. Peace.